The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Geico. Get more with Geico. And by Chewy. Shop online today and get great prices on pet essentials.
Let's go back to that last play and look at what happens for the Indianapolis Colts. Alec Pierce is matched up right here, and then we have Jalen Mills at safety. He has to get over the top. He doesn't do so, and Pierce catches a long one.
On 1st and 10, Downs on the slant to the 10-yard line. What a throw by Richardson.
Again, a little in-breaker here by Downs. It's not really a dig. He's just kind of leaning into it on a go route. Fantastic throw by Anthony Richardson.
He's 7 for his last 8 for 125 yards. He keeps it here, rolling right, throws it to Pittman, who's tackled immediately by Oliver. With 1:30 to go, and the Colts have called timeout.
And that's just to gather a little bit, but I mean, Isaiah Oliver, if he doesn't get over just in time to stop this Michael Pittman catch short, he struts into the end zone.
I'm not sure why the Colts would go with a timeout there. A minute and 30 seconds to go in this game. If you're the Indianapolis Colts, you want to score a touchdown with as little time as possible on the clock to give the ball back to Rodgers. So with so much time left to start using timeouts, I'm not sure about that.
I think it might have to do with a young quarterback in a high-pressure situation. The last thing you want to do is put him in a position to make a mistake down here in the tight red area, where, as you know, Jason, it gets harder. It's harder to throw the ball down here.
The officials signaled that the Colts took timeout, but the scoreboard indicates that the Jets used their final timeout.
Which makes more sense.
It does. We'll have to clarify that. 2nd and goal. Taylor up the middle, still fighting as Will McDonald is on top of him. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, obviously it's 4-down territory. You got to score a touchdown here. So there's 2 more plays for the Indianapolis Colts to get into the end zone. And now the clock will run, regardless of who called that last time out. The Indianapolis Colts should be able to get this thing down if they do score a touchdown, or the Jets will have a minimal amount of time to try to come back and win this game. If they do score, that is.
In-stadium scoreboard still has the Jets with no timeouts remaining. Colts with all 3. 55 seconds to go. It's 3rd and goal. Richardson running left. Blockers ahead. Richardson gets in! Touchdown! His 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And the Colts pull ahead.
We've seen this from the very beginning of the game. Shane Steichen is putting the ball in Anthony Richardson's hands and letting him do what he does best. You see him running through. This is just off the left edge, sweep to the left, QB sweep. Go block Ashton Doolin. Anthony Richardson will take care of the rest.
And a week ago, they struggled in the red zone to be able to score touchdowns. This week, we've seen Anthony Richardson taking it upon himself to run the ball past the goal line for 6.
And now they'll go for 2, so that this is a 3-point game.
The last time they went for 2, they had their tight end, Mo Alley Cox, and Richardson just missed him off his fingertips with a misdirection type play. Let's see if they go back to something like that, expecting man-to-man as Michael Carter goes in motion.
All right, they're all tight, so you could see crossers.
Taylor up the middle. Can he get there? There's some pushback, and Quinnen Williams is able to stuff him. So a big play by Quinnen Williams, and now 46 seconds for the Jets to try to get in field goal range.
Yeah, just back to this two-point play. I hate this call. I know Jonathan Taylor is a hell of a running back, but you have Anthony Richardson, who's one of the most unique quarterbacks in the NFL. Move him out of the pocket and get your other skill position players potentially involved as well.
So now we have confirmation that the timeout situation you see on your screen is correct. Colts have all 3, Jets have none, which puts even more emphasis on the timeout the Jets took before the 4th down play when they were trying to get the Colts to go offside. It didn't work. They used a timeout. They could have certainly use that timeout right now with just 46 seconds to go.
And it directly impacts the way they call their plays for Todd Downing now on offense. You have to know that and get plays that are going towards the sideline to be able to save that time and get out of bounds and be able to get the offense up on the ball as you're trying to get it down the field.
And if there's anybody you want doing it right now, it's Aaron Rodgers. 35 game-winning drives in his career, which is the third most, obviously, as you see on the screen, by active quarterbacks. And, you know, you got to trust in him. There were points in his career where this type of situation with 46 seconds left, there was no doubt that Aaron Rodgers was going to do what he needed to do.
And it will be a touchback. So the ball comes out to the 30 with 46 seconds left. What does Aaron Rodgers have left today in what could be the last gasp of the Jets' playoff hopes this year?
I think the bigger question is, what does Gus Bradley do to try to stem that? We saw pressure at points in this game, mostly on third down. But that creates space sometimes. And some of these great skill position players that the Jets have can take advantage of.
Jets need about 35 yards to get in field goal range. First down and 10. Rodgers trying to get rid of it. Ball is loose. Going back to scoop it up is Conklin, who's touched down by DeForest Buckner, but the clock will continue to tick. Kwity Paye was applying the pressure for the Colts defensively. A loss of 13.
No idea what Aaron Rodgers is trying to do there. Throw that back.
2nd and 23. Rodgers to Breece Hall at the 21, slips a tackle. Hall is tackled at the 27, but the Jets, with no timeouts, cannot stop the clock. And now a flag comes out.
That's going to be on E.J. Speed for delay of game.
Unnecessary, too.
Completely unnecessary. The clock was ticking down. They wouldn't have snapped this ball before 8 seconds.
After the play, delay of game, defense, number 45. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And the defense is taught in these situations to get up slow. But getting up slow, this is where your acting skills have to come into play. E.J. Speed tries to get up and tries to lay back down. The referee sees it and throws the flag. You're doing stuff like that. You got to be real sneaky in those situations. But Tiki, you made up a great point. It just wasn't worth it right there.
13 seconds on the clock. Rodgers in trouble, can't take a sack, and he does! 5 seconds, 4, and that is how the game will end. Kwity Paye, the exclamation point for the Colts.
Absolute fantastic win for the Indianapolis Colts. Absolutely brutal one for the New York Jets.
We talked about Rodgers in those situations. First play, he throws the ball backwards. They lose 13 yards. And whenever you have a play like that to start off a 2-minute drive, you can guarantee that you're not going to be successful. He had Devontae Adams streaking down the right sideline, but didn't have enough time to be able to get it out there. Rodgers at this stage of his career doesn't have that same mobility. Give this defensive line for the Indianapolis Colts a ton of credit of getting to him there on multiple plays on that last drive and coming up victorious in this one.